I always seem to do better on the second one because I don't know, I must be just extra chatty on the first one.
Well, we have all that inspiration from everybody else.
Yeah. All right. And I like to make some kind of build up to this the grand surprise. So all right. So for those that did not join us this morning, our time here, clarify that. We had a lot of fun. As you see, I have the red carpet out, so we are indeed doing another world premiere. Actually, it's kind of a double because the second tangle that we'll do, that was a brand new tangle also, and it was and Heidi Kay, CZT Heidi Kay, who she had sent it to me. Because I never think I only think about that for our community members, but now she joined the Tangle Addicts community, so I was like, well, we'll just call this a double world premiere because it's just makes it extra fun. All right, so let me share what the new one, because the one from Heidi I did is technically today's daily tangle, so I put that out there last night. Let me share, and I fixed that right. Oh, I did good. Well, actually, let me share the process. So I'm gonna put the links in the chat so that way you have access to them. With the recording from both things and all of the pictures that I either collect from email or from the Facebook group. I'll send out a blog post hopefully within a couple days. I actually got a lot of it done already, so that's good. And uh, reason that we just have mom and myself on is so that way for those that are on small screens, it's easier for you to see. And then we'll use the chat for chatting, and we do a lot of goofing around. And I see that coffee and donuts, hopefully are being passed around. Oh, they are. Okay, Tom remembered those. So we have virtual snacks and beverages going on in the chat. But if you have questions or need me to go back over something, make sure to put that in there, and we keep an eyeball on that. And we do that because it's too confusing and hard to hear most times when people open up the mics. It just makes it easier on the chat. Okay. Then, so after we'll talk through the tangle, show you some of the samples that are provided, and then you can work on whatever you want with whatever you want. It's up to you. You can follow me. You can follow mom. A little of both, or neither. It's all up to you. We just enjoy having fun with the tangle. Here is Lolli from Debbi Minero. That was where her version. This I always do my own little version. So there's my version of it. Super simplified. And then, no, and and we'll talk through. No, I think I'll put them all together. Oh, there's the Parcheesi board. And okay, and then the second one is called Sorry from CZT Heidi Kay. And oh, that's what I did. There we go. And there's my version of that. Okay, and Mom went and ran because we had our Sorry game out already, way before this, and so she went and grabbed some pieces. Okay, so let me share my screen, and we'll take a look first at Lolli from Debbi Minero. And so after I had done Sorry for the quickie video last night, I was chatting back and forth with Heidi and oh no, and then this morning as we were chatting, and I was trying to think, well, what do I want to do for today, and I was thinking of all of I have a short list of tangles that we need to premiere, and I'm like, oh, Lolli, yes, and because to me it can look like a board game, like the board part. And then the sorry is a perfect pairing because there's the pieces. So you can have, however you might see it in your head, just go with it. But that's what I saw in my head, and so we had a lot of fun with it. All right, so with Lolli, it's kind of a grid pattern. So I know there are some that go, oh, but it's a little bit different. So in a box, you draw a vertical line, and then put your orb in the left panel there. And then you're going to draw a line, kind of center-ish from that orb all the way to the right side. Then if you turn your tile, it's rinse and repeat. So here she doesn't have it turned. I like it when they don't turn it because that confuses me. But if you were to turn your tile, then you have these two spaces looking just like this. So then you put your orb in the left hand side and then draw your line. And then and when I demonstrate it, it'll be easier. Um, then you can have a choice. You can stop there. It's kind of like what game show was that? Well, you can stop here and take your money.
You
Or
don't have to.
probably a lot of them that do that. Like, let's make a deal is in my head, I think. You can stop here, or you can go for what's in box number 2. So you can in this she stopped by just putting, a bunch of lines in that section, or you keep going and you turn your tile and put the orb in, draw the line, and then just keep turning it, and it turns out really, really neat. Then of course you can decorate and play however you want to with that. It kind of turns into a reticula, and it's just really, really neat. Okay, and then here's my very simplified version. I just switched up the you can keep going or stop, because I that's just how I felt like doing it. And you can say I got as small as I could get. I unfortunately didn't have an 005 red pen, or I would have tried to keep going. All right, so that is Lolli. Then on the earlier call, uh, um, somebody said it reminded her of Parcheesi, and I'm like, yeah. And so here's a Parcheesi board if you've never played, and just say like all of the lines, and I mean not the pieces, but just the structure of the board. I was like, yes, that's probably in my head what I was seeing. All right, so here is sorry. And so yeah, there's the sorry pieces that Heidi put, and this is let me start with the step out, and I'll just start with hers. This starts with a seed shape. Well, either way, a seed shape, and then you have a floating orb, kind of center, above it. Whichever way you want to start, it's up to you. And then we're going to do kind of an S shape line coming from the bottom of the orb. And as mom, when she pulled hers out, and she noticed, and you can see here in, what they look like, the lines kind of, the orb is kind of sticks out from those, so you can have fun with that as well. Or like this, where it's kind of, in line, up to you. So it's sort of an S shape going from the orb to the. Oh yeah, sure, Lynn. I will do that. Yeah, just a second. Um, uh, so you take that S shape to the corners, and then put a little band on, and then just keep it growing. So you put an orb, here on this side, and then a seed somewhere below, and you can see here all of the extra fun that you can have with that. And so here's Tanglin is asked about explain reticula and fragment. Before I do, and then look at this one down here. You can hardly tell that it's like that's that tangle. Wow, because of all of the decoration. So the idea of a of a reticula is just kind of a fancy word for a non-traditional grid. Because Rick and Maria were looking for, well, how do you, because you think grid and you think like checkerboard, um, but there's all these different kinds that we use. And so a reticula could be like this. So this, prior to putting all the decorations on, would be a reticula. And the fragment idea is taking a component of a tangle and repeating it and turning it in different directions. So like here where she has fragment ideas, gosh, you can almost it's like and where is the shape? So here you have the shape and this one I'm having trouble seeing it. Isn't that so funny? Oh, right here. So yeah, these are all sharing a center orb and then coming out to the sides. Um, this because of just the way that they're put together, it creates interesting meta patterns in it. Like this, it looks like a wheel. On mine, that I did earlier, you can hardly tell that shape because it just kind of looks like a flower, and it's just interesting because of the way when you put these guys together, create something neat. Let me go back to Lolli, and Lolli is well, the concept of the orb and the line maybe are the fragment, and then we're just continuing it throughout, and we're turning it. Although this, go back to where's hers? Oh, here. So here you see using the pattern itself as a fragment. She has it one direction here, and then has turned it a different direction in this one, in another direction here, and you just keep turning, and you end up with just an interesting pattern from that. So I hope that makes sense. It's a really interesting concept. Okay, and what do I have? You're welcome, Tingling. There's also in the Zen. I'm going to stop my screen share, and we'll get to tangling. In the Zentangle Primer book, Volume 1. I hope they do a Volume 2 someday. They go into the fragments, but so they have a whole bunch that they've designed. But there's so many tangles that we have out there now that you can just turn into a fragment. I'm almost feeling like I might do two separate ones. Just do the one. I don't know, but I had the whole board game idea in my head, so that's probably not good. Hi, Wendy. Let's see. These decisions I should. Oh, you're using white. So that I can use dark.
We can use the same.
I know. This is true. Maybe and yeah, and since I haven't, um, well, that's up to you. I was debating. I could do two separate ones as part of what I was thinking, but you can do it all in one thing or not. We had some earlier that just did them separate, and that's totally fine. You know what? I'm going with my original thought because I have these and I haven't used them. I need to. So there. There, I've told me. But yeah, no, it's completely up to you how you want to do. How do you want to construct them? I think I'm going to use some inspiration from earlier, and I'm going to make a just a ribbon out of this. It'll be part of. I think a couple people did that. So I'm going to start from one corner here, and mine's going to be a little curvy. Which pen am I using? Oh no, I'm using. Oh no, I'm using the other one. Haven't marked it yet. Marked it as tip is bent. Only use for fill in. Right. Then I'm going to divide it in half. Well, half here. This time I want to try to get squares. I like to at least start kind of in the middle. So that way then I have two partial things to worry about. Actually, this one's going to go right there. Right. Like that. Yes. Oh, and you're doing a giant one.
Yes.
Oh, and I just realized, okay, mine are all going to be, that's all right. It'll make it interesting. Mine are going to be all small.
Yeah, you're not going to get very far.
I'm not. All right, so I'm picking a square, and I am making a vertical line in it, and then a nice orb about center, then a straight line. Oh, not a straight-ish line. And then, like I said, then it's just turn. Orb, straight line, turn. Then at some point, I'm going to go to my 005.
I'm using a 12. Bold.
You
I
could,
feel like going bold tonight.
yeah. Although that could be interesting, where you could, if you were able to keep going and just keep going down in nib size, so
No,
that way you
I
could
didn't give
fit
it
it
that
in.
much thought.
And I'm turning. Actually, that they start looking like stick people. The one thing in hindsight, it's like, well, if I could make them all squarer, it makes it's a lot better. Mine are, they're longer, so it makes one, one division. It's kind of rectangle-ish, and then the second division, it's more square. And let's see, I don't know that I can. Sort of there. Okay. I do believe I'm going to do what I did earlier, and that is alternate. So doing one that continues around, and then one. Oops. And it would help if I do it the same direction. Orb. And then do one that stops. And then just alternate those. I think that's kind of neat. I also think, you could stop it at any point. It doesn't have to just be, 2 and then stop. It could be wherever. Do 3 iterations of it and then stop. But I'm going to go with that. And then this one, hindsight, I could have also started them from a different angle. So instead of having all of the initial lines going vertical this way, I could have started some that went sideways. But since I'm only thinking about it now, I'm not. It'll have to wait
It's
till
too
next
late.
And okay, Pearl. I can start over. It's all good. Or not really starting over. But
You
just
have a
on this
lot of
one.
little chances to start over, Heather.
I do. I do. So this one, like I said, pick a box, a nice vertical line, and thank you for letting me know too. I appreciate that. And then, so as you see here, the orb on the left side, and then a straight line going into that, the right section all the way to the end. And then, as you see, that I'm turning it so that I have the vertical line, vertical line going up. And then on the left, in the left box, putting an orb, and then drawing that straight line through the right side box.
So
And
each
this,
time you divide a box, you put an orb in the left side. Left
yeah,
side.
yeah, as long as you turn it so that way that vertical line is vertical. Yeah, and then that way it lines up right, and then it's just putting that orb in, line across, and this is if you want to continue it. I'll do I'll do another one here like this where we stop it in just a minute. But yeah, I thought that worked out really neat. Like I said, except for if I worked to make it more square, but that's no fun. That, and then I'm switching my pens to a smaller pen. See how many I can get in this one. The orb, straight line. I think that's probably going to end up being, well, we'll see. Oh, look at teeny. And like that. That's what's kind of neat. All right. And so what I'm doing is, so I'm alternating doing it that way and then just doing it twice and stopping and putting the lines in. So this one, I'm going to do the one where we stop. So same idea, vertical line. Orb in the left-hand side, straight line, and then same idea, except if I, yeah. Doesn't matter if I do things even or not, because it'll still turn out neat. Orb, line, and then this one, because I'm doing like this, then I'm just gonna aura those lines or not, or be close. Just up that. This one makes me think of, there was a tangle. I don't remember. It was language for blinds, and I can't remember what it was. If it was French or Italian or something, and it was just kind of like that where you did shades. I can't remember, but so it looks like a big pulley for like vertical blinds or something. And that's all there is to that one. Back to the original. And then I will do the sorry in a moment. Time to change.
Seems like I can't tell blue from black in this dark, in the light.
Oh! Oh, can I get another? All right. Oh, okay, Wendy. Well, hopefully you can.
Now, let's see if I can retrace what I did.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, did your pen run out or something?
No, I picked up a blue one. I was looking
Oh,
for a finer one.
okay.
I have, now I have some Microns in my case, and the blue looked black.
Right.
You know how that happens.
I do.
Mine's making me dizzy.
And your other one didn't?
Yeah, that one gave me a headache.
It turned out really neat, though.
Well, I like it too, but
Mhm. Okay, and then my little partial guy here. Let's see. Well, we might have a line there. Let's get the orb in. And there we go. And this one. Yeah. Okay. Now, I think I'm just gonna put. I'm gonna make my saris organic. Oh, who's it? Mine does lavender of a Dr. Seuss book. Oh, yours, mom. Yeah, or all the places. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that book again. I'm just gonna start here. I'm gonna make a pile or just a yeah. Maybe I'll call it a smattering. I don't know. So this is the sari. So it just starts off with that seed shape. Curve line one way, curve line the other way. Meeting in the at the tips there. See if I can make these bigger than I think. Now a little orb on top, covering. All right, let's see if I can make a nice S shape. Oh, there we go. Ooh, and almost symmetrical. I better be careful. I won't know what to do with myself. um, let's see. Left bottom. I'm looking, Jennifer. Left. Oh, right. Thank you. Yes. This is what you're meaning. Yes. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. Oops. Sorry. Um, well, lavender, yeah. So, and let me know if I can put the links in again if you need. Let me know. But this Lolli is the new tangle that brand new back in October is when Deb did it and posted it. But actually, I searched the hashtag Lolli and I only found um, her one. And so I don't know if anybody else played with it, or they might not have put a hashtag. I think I did a regular search also. So that's what this is. And so my thought was, sorry, looks like, and this was what I did for the quickie that I posted last night, and it's inspired by the yeah, it's for me. No, that one. Well, that one I'm not sure. Um, anyway, inspired by the game Sorry pieces, and I thought this looks like a game board, and I shared the Parcheesi. So if you're familiar, and from here, this is where I usually kind of get sort of stuck. It's like let's be random. Yes. All right, I'm just doing it. Let's put a seed shape coming from that orb this way. And now the fun thing with these is they can, of course, share anything. They could share this, the seed shape. I did that here. They could share the orb. I did that here just 3 ways. Um, so it's neat. This is like something that I would do. I would call it an organic tangle. Oh, okay, good. Thanks, Lavender. I'm glad you found those. Um, it's something that like my definition is just something that grows off of itself, not necessarily looking plant-like, but wait, I think that one was for me. So it is like a non-organic organic tangle.
A whole new classification.
Yeah. You know, the other thing is like they don't have to share either. They can just, but I think I'm gonna have this one share. Oh, and see, and this one, at the end, and I can't remember if she had left some blank, but she had, put just like a little band around the outside. That does it just does something for it when you do that. Let's see. Oh, why not? This is just like what I did my other thing, and I wasn't thinking about it. Then let's do. We'll do an orb here. See, this is where my brain just goes. I need to make random things. Just not thinking about it helps. Oh, and different sizes. There's an idea.
We already did that.
Yeah, just a baby one.
You could actually make one off the other side.
Oh yeah, I could. Right off of here.
Using the same, no, I'm using the same bottom, like that one you just made.
Oh,
you could make one using the same bottom, but go in the other direction.
right.
Yeah. Which would be interesting.
Do it this way.
Yeah, you have to forget the other one, what it looks like.
Right. Yeah, it's just like you almost have to like just focus on this seed, this orb, and drawing those lines and erase everything else. Because I when I was doing this lesson, I you just have to. It helps to focus too. It's like, okay, let me just focus on that, and then it's like instead of, I felt like I had to zoom my, that would be zoom in with my focus instead of looking at the whole big picture. Still add one right here. What's neat with this is, they don't have to touch either. If you just want to have one hanging out somewhere all on its own. All right. And watch the time. And fill in as you see fit.
I just realized I've never put that little band on any of them that I did this morning or now. I can always go back and do it.
That's true. Okay, Lori.
You probably didn't. Us?
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully. And yeah, well, and since you logged in, oh no, yeah, sometimes I forget to send. Well, most times I forget to send the recap back out, but I will try to remember to do that if we don't see it back. Okay, that looked neat, and maybe I'll fill in with some smaller ones too. I don't know. Part of me was thinking about being organized on. Oh well, no, that wouldn't work. No, but maybe. Okay, I'm having this thought. I was like, okay, let's see if I can do what I'm thinking here. Gonna be a big one. Helps to decide where the end of that's going to be before I finish it. It's like taking a trip and not knowing where you're going. Oh, I'm just driving.
I can't remember who it was now. Some family that I knew. I can't remember. You might even remember, but they used to take trips and they'd have a certain amount of money
Uh
and
huh.
they divide it in half. And they wouldn't know where they were. They might have a general direction, but that was it. And
Okay.
when they ran out of the first half of money, they would turn around and head back.
Oh,
It's a little bit. I mean, they probably were camping and all of that, so you don't have to make
yeah. I don't.
reservations or that kind of stuff. But
Yeah. I don't
can you see
remember
your
that.
father doing that?
Heck no. Let's see. I have some apparently real squatty ones here. Oh, there I did it again. Made too small of an orb. Good thing I'm going to fill these in. Oh,
I'm making them like Heather makes them.
yeah. So, are you just doing one color?
Yes, I was
Because it
I
looks yellow a little.
no, they're red. I was inspired by the new project pack where they do everything black, white, gray with just a touch of red. So, but
Uh,
I'll explain it while Heather keeps
okay.
along. Actually, I can do it on the back because I was going to draw a square one, square thing back here.
Yeah.
Since I have all the things in my hand, ignore the square. So you have a circle or an oval or whatever you want, and take a white. This is how you do it with the colored pencils. We're using Prismacolor pencils. And towards the bottom, you fill it in with white, solid, not light. You bear down and get a nice heavy coating of white colored pencil that acts like a resist. So then you can, and Heather only uses two colors. One color besides the white. I usually use two. But then with whatever color you want your gem, fill in around it. And you go darker up here at the top, bearing down, harder with your pencil. And then if you have, and I have it right in my hand, if you have a colorless blender, you use that and you carry it right up over that white spot. You don't want any harsh edges between that white spot and the other colors. And that's it. Like I say, I a lot of times come with a darker of whatever color, just a little bit more around the outside edge, but it works perfectly good with 2, right, Heather?
Yes, it does.
I mean, we've watched some videos and stuff where they use,
Oh my gosh.
then you use this color and then you use that color. And it
Right.
doesn't really start looking like a gem until you come back and put in the little eyebrows and a couple dash marks. And that's like the reflection of the overhead light.
Mhm.
That's it. Not hard to do.
Nope.
And I've done it with the chalk too. And basically the same thing. The chalk just is a little messier. But and the white does not act as a resist. You kind of ignore the white until the last minute. Where's my chalk? Oh, I think it's loose. It's loose in my bag. But a lot of times I use the white and that the white pencil as a blender too. It changes the color of it. It lightens it all, but I never. If I went through a whole stage, well, what was it? Years
Yeah.
that I couldn't find my
Oh yeah.
blenders. I knew I had them. I
They're
just
here somewhere.
I'd find them when I didn't need them, and then when I'd want them, I couldn't find them. So you just use the white, and as a result, this is how big my original white Prismacolor pencil is. Oh, where's that colorless thunder? There it is.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, and white. Which white pen are you using, Mom? Are you using the jelly roll?
Oh, the white pen I used was that Posca,
Oh, okay.
which is like a paint pen, acrylic paint. I think it's acrylic. It seems to work better over the colored pencil.
Yeah, and it's and because it's a water based. But
Yeah,
yeah,
which
that's
means it's acrylic.
Oh, that's you said that.
Yeah, because I read on the thing about it. It when it dries, it's permanent, even though it is water based.
And I'm using the E. I don't have red. Okay, red, yellow, blue, green. I think that's green. And I don't know if that's blue or not. I decided instead of using graphite, where's mine? It is here it is Uni by Uni Pasca.
It's very wet, so you do have to be careful. You can't drag your fingers through it. It takes a while to dry. Not long. You're not using that?
But no, not yet. I decided I was going to use the well, that's kind of orangey. Alrighty. What does that mean? I have to start a new one with red? Apparently. Okay. I decided I wanted to use the General's chalk pencils like I would the graphite. So when like on this one for the sorry anyway, I put graphite on the insides, where we did the S shapes, and then on the I'm calling this upper side of that seed shape just to add some depth. But I thought, oh, I'm going to use the colors of the game pieces, and instead of using graphite, I'm going to use this where I would put the graphite, blend it, and just see what happens. They do make cool designs, Wendy. They really do. So neat. Oops. Oh, well, maybe I should put some there. And then I decided to get like, oh, let's just get all complicated and not have any accomplishment by the end, because it's a 5-minute warning almost here.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Oh, here. Oh, here. I'm gonna do pause on this because that's gonna look neat when I get that done. But I think for this guy, come here, graphite pencil. Come here. I am gonna do the whole thing, that like the whole ribbon, and I'm putting graphite on the inside of it, both sides. And then I'm like, well, I should do something with those orbs. I can't just leave them be. But I want to see what this looks like. Let's go back and forth. Oh, yeah. It needs to stand out. And where did it go? There it is. That is interesting. And there's no, let's see. Hmm. 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 Oh, sorry. Cuteness alert on the phone.
Yes, that's what
I heard the noise and I'm like, I didn't hear it on here.
Yeah. Did you find him?
Yeah. Oh, no.
He's on the left-hand side. Little blonde girl with like a blue jean jacket and some kind of
I see
glasses
him.
on, and he's sitting right
Okay.
next to her, like he's clapping his hands.
I see him.
Tap, tap.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
You know, how many nights have they done that?
I don't know. Seems like every night. So our
At
nephews,
least 3.
yeah, Nathan and family are down at Hilton Head or something.
Hilton Head.
So that's, what is his name? Greg Russell.
Yes.
Puts on the show.
Outside for all the kids, well, adults too, but the kids come up on the stage, and this is the first night Nathan has gone up there, even though his little cousin was up there singing with the guy.
Yeah.
He called her up by name. She's got up. She sang last year. She was up there with him, I think, 3 or 4 times. And now he knows her.
Oops, I missed one.
This isn't looking exactly like what I wanted it to look, but that's okay.
But it's neat. See,
It's
oh,
okay. I think I'm going to have to get myself some of those holders like I got for you, Heather.
yeah.
I get so tired of digging in these things for pens.
Well, you just do like I do. Just throw them all out on your desk.
Well, and that is what I have done right now.
Right, but
So I could have my at-home pens and then travel pens.
there you go.
Who was it this morning that made these into little gnome hats?
Oh, I missed that.
Somebody did.
Oh, missed it.
I think she had stripes going all the way up, though, rather than just a band.
Because I was, I mean, they could look like cute little Santa hats. So, and I did write down. We'll add it to the Festivus Tanglist for next year. Let's see.
Because I had mine on the ones on the border have a flat side and then a curved side. Only the ones in the corners have the
that's
rounded
a good idea.
shape.
Yeah, and I could have done that here, but I didn't do that.
Well, I like what you did.
Well, actually, it did. It made room to have an orb, so I could have them going alternating sides. So
yes,
it ended up good in the end. So, all right. Well, done or not done, it's about that time. Oh, so neat. Should have started with the light colors and moved to the dark colors. That's what one should do. But sometimes one doesn't. So into the green. See if I can get this really done really quick, and then everybody can show. At least I feel like I have it sort of done. I have to hurry. Let's see. Who's showing? Feel free to open up your webcams. Oh, Tom and Carla. Wow. Oh, they're so cool. This is like, then we have to come up with rules for our games. Oh, neat. Oh, Lavender, I have the same problem. That's why I decided that they could look like, hats. Oh, Shulamit, neat. And Jen, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, everybody. I'm centered here, as undone as it is. I'll let you know before I take it, so that way I don't want anybody's hands falling off. Like, good. All right. Is this maybe it? Nice.
Anne doesn't have hers up yet.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna
We'll
guess.
just have a picture of her face.
Oh, there. Let me get rid of that. Okay.
There it is.
All right. This is everyone. Oh, I feel like I lost somebody. So here we lost you. Oh, yep. And you should put half Allie. That would have been good. All right, hold them steady. And so here I can get yours after too, because I know sometimes your camera computer is giving you a hassle. All right, I've got these. Save. And here we go. Okay. PM And let's see. Oh, and I got Pearl. I got yours. I got everybody's. That's up. Okay. Cool beanage. So we will shut our things down. Oh, see. Oh, Jen's yours ended up blurry on mine again. I don't know why. It just makes it more in motion. We'll have the better. All right. So Mom and I will shut ours. Share my screen first. And stop the webcam. There we go. Oh, let me move it. The beauty of screenshots, you never know what you're gonna get. Like a box of chocolates. Yes, and Jen, yours makes me think of like racquetball or something. The way you have those, and what a neat idea to do like Indirella behind it. It gives it some motion. And oh, who's this? Oh, Rosemary's at the bottom. Wow. Well, I can't wait to see. It looks like the light was getting it. And your nails are gorgeous. Oh, so pretty.
They're not the same color as they were the other day. Hmm.
Oh, and neat. Neat.
They do look all, I mean, so many of them look like game boards.
Mm-hmm. Although
You know,
Mel's looks like trumpets. Like
let's see.
with the
Yes,
tweed in there.
yes, they
And
do.
having them all come out like that.
I was thinking some of them look like champagne glasses too.
Yeah.
Except you couldn't put them down. You have to hold them.
Right.
So you keep having them filled up. So
right. You know what? Aren't there some that
yes, there are some
okay.
yes, rounded like wine glasses that, well, they're stemless wine glasses that are,
Right, but those you can sit down.
but yeah, there are some of the others. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Fancy stuff, you know.
Joe's is making me think of that, but it's making me think of like margaritas or something instead. Joe's looks like a party. Oh, neat.
Where is his?
Upper.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the corner. It does look like a party. Looks
Yeah.
like olives on little skewers and little the little round things in the outer border look like something good to eat. Can you tell I haven't had supper yet?
Yeah, me too. And Sharon, like look those lines, like Jen too, and Shulamit. Who else? Oh my, the lines are just so they're just I don't know something extra clean. And Kim too. And wait. Oh, yeah. Well, and both Tom and Carlos look they definitely look like game boards parties. I like the extra orbs that Tom did on the outside.
Yeah. Is this all of them? It was just one page?
Yeah, it was just one page today. Inez,
What
that's
happened to the
gorgeous.
other 12 of you? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5, 6.
shouldn't be shy. Well, some people they might have webcam. Signatures.
Well, that's true. And then some people had to leave.
Oh,
We had that problem.
yeah. Very cool though. Very, very neat. I like how Jill did hers with that's just yeah, they all do look like game boards. So cool. What a neat tango, a neat pairing. Neat pairing. All right. Well, let me say goodbye to the recording. Where is it? There it is.